he's matching up with Shakur. Just sounds like a great reaction. Like his time and his reaction time, he reacts very good. Like he's like a real like jittery fighter, and he has punching power. So if fighters like that reacts, they come ready to come back at any time because they jittery. You know what I'm saying? He's special in that department as far as like reaction. Like it's like he got Cadillac reflexes in it. And I was telling Shakur everything I told Shakur before fight. Shakur was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna do this. He ain't this. I hope he got the power they saying. Yeah, I'm like Shakur. What they about cracking like a he's like they say he's a pain is cracking that is cracking like and Shakur got in there and he felt it and I felt like Shakur would have fought the fight any other type of way and opened himself up like De Los Santos was clipping him because De Los Santos has the type of power like if he hits you, you better be able to take a punch. Like you better be able to take a punch because he can really have him up like defending himself for a whole fight because if you open up and he catches you clean, you're going down. Like you're going down for sure. Like I knew that, and Shakur felt that instantly.
For sure, 100%.
So a while back, Richardson Hitchins, he came out giving his opinion on the Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin fight, where he said, watching the fight and after the fight, he didn't know who won, Shakur or Edwin. That's how close the fight was. Basically, the fight could have went either way. Now, even though I totally agree with Richardson, I was surprised that Shakur Stevenson, one of his main homies, his A1, his day one, a person Shakur considers a brother, not just a friend, will come out and be this honest about the fight. Richardson revealed he had money on the fight. He actually put a lot of money on the fight, and he was very nervous because he didn't know who won the fight. Richardson was praising Edwin De Los Santos during his recap about the fight. He attributes Shakur Stevenson looking bad due to Edwin De Los Santos being on the same level as Shakur. Richardson gave a full breakdown to why that is, explaining how Edwin's speed, power, and skill set gave Shakur Stevenson problems. He wasn't buying Shakur Stevenson's excuse. He more so believes Edwin De Los Santos' athleticism was the reason behind that. Now, immediately after Fight Hype dropped the interview of Richardson Hitchins, giving Edwin De Los Santos his flowers, not buying Shakur Stevenson's hand injury excuse, Shakur Stevenson tweeted, "Watch your homies." This was a couple months back. Then Shakur Stevenson tweeted today, quote, "I cut off my closest homie because I couldn't tell if he was a friend or an enemy. Life be weird, but I'm happy to be honest." End of the quote. Now, before I give you guys my take, here is exactly what Richardson Hitchins said on Fight Hype, or at least a small portion of it. Check it out.
I don't mean to compare. Like I'm not competing with Shakur. It doesn't matter. But I just feel like my only criticism I can give to Shakur was like that was a fight where he knowing himself, and I know as a fan watching that fight because I betted a lot of money in Shakur that night. I wasn't sure who was winning the fight. Like even until after the fight like was over, I didn't know if they was gonna say a draw, split. Like I wasn't sure who was winning the fight. Like I swear I couldn't. Even to this day, like replaying the fight because I don't watch the fight over on TV really. Like replaying that moment in my head, like it's not like I'm like, oh yeah, well maybe this Shakur did pull it out the last round. Like it was like neck and neck the whole fight. So I feel like if I'm in a fight like that as a guy that's like I want to win badly, yeah, you have power, but I've been in this ring already for 12 rounds with you. I got your timing down pack. I got you figured out what you're trying to set me up with, and I'm not sure I'm winning this fight. So it's like I gotta make some shake. You know what I'm saying? To make sure the judges know like that I'm winning, especially in a close fight. It's not like I'm me up and I'm just out here. I know let me do this and just survive and make it 12 rounds. Like it's like I know both of us is neck and neck in this. I'm gonna make something shake. So I feel like Shakur could have did that and kind of put that stamp. Like I fucked up the whole fight, but look, let me give y'all 10, 11, 12. Let me get y'all 11, 12. See, take that. And damn, but the criticism could have been like, man, you picked it up too late.
First of all, to give Richardson the benefit of the doubt, when Shakur Stevenson turned down the biggest offer of his career to fight Devin Haney for undisputed, Richardson Hitchins, he was defending Shakur Stevenson left and right. I'm talking about you would have had thought Richardson was actually Shakur's lawyer. Like that ass, if I didn't know who Richardson was, I would have had mistaken him for Shakur Stevenson's lawyer. That's how hard he was defending Shakur Stevenson. even though he knew he was wrong. Richardson did countless interviews, and he even went on live debating fans. I actually posted the video where he was debating fans. I'm gonna leave a link for that video in the comment section below. Richardson was getting schooled left and right, but he didn't care. He still defended Shakur, right or wrong. That's how hard Richardson went for Shakur. I'm talking about to the point where he knew he was wrong, but he still defended Shakur like he was right. He didn't care about right or wrong at that point. The point is, Richardson, no matter what, he stood for Shakur. Therefore, if Shakur is talking about Richardson Hitchins on these tweets, since we don't know that 100%, yeah, the timing match up, but still, no one has confirmed it yet. If Shakur is talking about Richardson Hitchins, to each your own. But what this says about Shakur Stevenson is that he only wants yes men around him. He doesn't want any real ones around him because he can't handle the truth. That's what it comes down to. That's the sad truth. You see, there's nothing wrong with what Richardson said because Shakur even apologized to the public for his performance. He even apologized to Floyd, Andre, Ward, and Crawford. So what's the problem here? Let Shakur Stevenson tell it. Devin Haney versus Lomachenko fight was a robbery. Well, guess what? Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin de los Santos fight was closer than Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. So if Devin versus Loma was a robbery, then for sure Edwin versus Shakur was a robbery, and Richardson Hitchins was only being nice to Shakur because he's his friend. We all know Devin Haney clearly beat Lomachenko 9 rounds to 3. So according to Shakur logic, if that was a robbery, then without a doubt, Edwin got robbed against Shakur because he definitely won more than 4 rounds. Even Richardson Hitchins, Shakur Stevenson, best friend, his A1, his day one, confirmed that. Even though he was biased, even though Shakur is his brother, he said he didn't even know who won the fight. Contrary to that, Rolly Romero, who is Devin Haney's #1 enemy. I'm talking about a person who hates Devin Haney guts and has been dissing Devin Haney from day one. He came out stating that Devin Haney clearly beat Lomachenko. Rolly was being honest. He said, look, man, I don't even like Devin Haney, but he beat the crap out of Lomachenko. Devin doesn't even have power, and he even hurt Lomachenko multiple times during the fight, to the body and the head. Here is exactly what Devin Haney #1 hater Rolly Romero had to say. Check it out.
I've talked a lot of shit about Devin in the past, you know.
Yeah.
But I would tell you this: he did beat Lomachenko.
He did?
Yeah, he beat him.
Yeah. Okay.
And a lot of people want to talk shit about it, but he did.
Yeah.
They're just a bunch of homosexuals, you know.
Hey, that's what I've been seeing a lot in the comments and shit like that.
I will tell you this: you know, Loma had great moments, you know, but Devin controlled every other moment.
Yeah.
Devin was landing body shots the entire fight. He even hurt Loma, and Devin has no power. Devin has no power, and he hurt Loma with a body shot. And people don't realize that. I think it was round 9 or something. Loma stopped throwing for the rest of the round. He ducked a little bit, and he stopped throwing. And then on top of that, right, you're no. And this is probably the most disrespectful shit that probably could have been, you know. And this is why I truly think Loma's. You're in a championship fight, and you think for 4 belts, you're the underdog, right? And you're not the champion, all that stuff, and you're gonna take the last round, claim to take the last round off.
Yeah.
That does not deserve to have shit.
So even Devin Haney #1 hater Rolly Romero admitted that Devin Haney clearly beat Lomachenko. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Richardson Hitchins, Shakur Stevenson brother, not just a friend, he said watching the fight, I didn't know who was winning, and after the fight, I didn't know who won. That's how close the fight was. He pretty much said in a nice way, if Edwin de los Santos won the fight, that would be the right decision. And the only thing I would be mad about is losing my money. along with seeing his friend lose, obviously. However, apparently nowadays, keeping it a buck will get you cut off real quick. Time will tell if Shakur Stevenson is really talking about Richardson Hitchins, but it is kind of funny that leading up to the fight, Richardson said it was a 50-50 fight. But apparently Shakur made him change his opinion, at least publicly. Richardson had to come out with a statement to retract his previous statement, claiming that he was only joking, only to apparently get cut off after the fight for giving his honest opinion on the Edwin de los Santos fight. That's a recipe for disaster if you ask me, especially when Moses, Shakur trainer, confirmed during the fight that Shakur Stevenson left hand was not injured, despite what Shakur Stevenson said a couple days after the fight. On top of that, Moses, Shakur trainer, was telling Shakur Stevenson in the corner to throw the left hand. He was specifically instructing him to believe in himself and let his hands go. Better yet, let his left hand go to the head and the body. So clearly the left hand wasn't the problem, because Shakur even wanted to spar Devin Haney for $1 million immediately after his fight with Edwin. You think if there was anything wrong with Shakur, he would be saying that? Let's be real. In this case, best friends turn to enemies. We may actually see a fight between Shakur Stevenson versus Richardson after all. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Just spoke with Walling Moses, and I asked him about Shakur's left hand, if it was okay, and he says, yes, it's okay. I actually want him to throw it more, so the offense is coming.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But the problem is, if he throws it, you're exposed. You know, if you miss, you get yourself out of position when you shoot the right or the left hand, the backhand. Because again, he doesn't feel safe throwing that backhand because it'll put him out there.
Stop going straight back, okay? All right. Now start throwing some combinations and throw some of them straight left hands under and out. All right. Trust you. You got to trust yourself a little bit more. All right.